Hi everyone, it's Evan. Hey, we're talking about student-led versus teacher-led classrooms. And you all did your observations, and take a look at what Brandy wrote. She went into great detail, and most of you did too. But there's some really good things just in the description of the room where things are placed and posters and such that really make it come alive. Um, so I always like doing this, kind of like when I made you guys do the parenting license as well. It makes you think about, absolutes. I like having people look at absolutes and what that means. So, someone said, what about a blended approach of both? Well, absolutely right. So let me talk to you a little bit about that. So Rousseau, I love a lot of his work, and as one of you pointed out, he brought us all the information about how it's about process, and it is definitely. But one of the things that he really promoted was just letting things unfold. Let the child explore. Put him out in the forest with the trees and the rocks and the sticks, and he'll learn. And then we get Skinner, who was very teacher-directed. He didn't believe in any of that free time stuff, and he said, no, it's not that. It's not that free play. It's all about do what I tell you when I tell you, and I know the best. And Dewey kind of talked about that too a little bit more. He extended it and said, no, it's about the child constructing his knowledge or her knowledge. And we set up the great classroom, great environment, full of materials that the child can use to discover. There's a lot of truth in that, but then we get to Vygotsky, who said, yeah, I really like that, and I want to add on a little bit more. I want to blend all of these philosophies and tell you that there's a model that Dewey talks about and Piaget talks about, the constructivist model, where the child constructs his or her own knowledge. But what about the co-constructivist model? That's the model where the teacher is scaffolding that Vygotsky talks about. The teacher is sitting side by side with the student saying, what if you did this with your hand when you're doing the puzzle? Or what if you mix these chemicals, in this way? What happens in your chemical reaction and balancing your equation in chemistry? The teacher sets the classroom up in this co-constructivist model, has that experience time, lots of hands-on, lots of projects, lots of discovery and discussions, but knows where it's going and recognizes that sometimes he or she, the teacher, does not know where it's going. So you see where I'm going with this? It's a balance. If you want to know more about this, Barbara Rogoff, Rogoff, talks a lot about it. Jeff Wilhelm at Boise State has a great model on this. You'll enjoy researching more about that. Alrighty, I hope that clears some things up and made that a meaningful activity for you. All right, bye-bye.